Hi folks, this is Sean Hyman from Chart of the Day, and I just wanted to talk to you about let Euro Pound be your guide, and what I mean by that. Well, I find a lot of people seem to focus in on one pair. Maybe they'll say they're strictly a Euro dollar trader, or they're a pound dollar trader, or they're a Euro yen trader, or they're a pound yen trader. And I often ask myself, why just focus in on one pair? Because obviously one's got a leg up on the other at any certain point in time, and there's never one that eternally has a leg up on the other. And so, what are some ways to find out whether you should buy the Euro Yen cross or the Pound Yen cross, or the Euro Swiss cross or the Pound Swiss cross, etc. And so, how can you find out which one would be your higher probability trade? The difference is, since in the yen crosses, the yen is the common variable, common denominator there, then you would want to look at the euro and the pound directly, because you'd have euro yen or pound yen, and so yen would be the same variable in either one. So the one that would make the differentiating factor between the two would be the strength or weakness of the euro or the pound. So when you directly pair these two together in the euro pound chart, you can tell where the likelihood remains that you should, in other words, which one you should pick in your trades. And there's several ways that you can do this. I'm on a 4-hour chart. This one's going to show you longer trends. This is 4-hour chart going back 40 days. And the first thing you can do is you can draw trend lines. Down for most of this 40 days on the chart, the euro was weaker, the pound was stronger. So it would have been better to be a pound yen buyer than a euro yen buyer, or a pound Swiss buyer than a euro Swiss buyer, etc. In other words, the pound was the stronger, the more dominant, and the euro was weaker. However, once we got to about the 20th of November, roughly, that changed once again, and the euro got the upper hand and has ever since. And so somebody would be better off trading euro dollar than pound dollar, euro yen than pound yen, etc. And because you can see the downtrend line was broken here, and this uptrend has resumed, and we've had this sustained. It's come up, it's held above the downtrend line. It's had a second touch. And another way is you can tell it's remained above major moving averages. Here the major moving averages were heading down. Here we have the faster moving average, the shorter term moving average, the 50 SMA, trading above the slower 200 SMA. And so, and we've got them headed upward. So we can tell by the moving averages that we should be trading upward, and that the euro now is more dominant than the pound, and that's what's taking the euro pound pair up. We can tell by the trend lines. A third way that we can tell is by the MACD. Generally speaking, when the MACD is holding above the zero line, and the zero line is this line that goes straight across right here, all the way across the whole entire scale here. When it comes up above this break point, and that's where these flip back and forth. When these lines come above this zero level and they hold above it, you're better off taking an upward bias than a shorting bias. In other words, you would be better to be more bullish on the euro than on the pound. When it continually holds below the zero line here, you're better being short this pair, or having a bias more towards pound strength rather than the euro that's weak at the time. So you can use euro pound. Obviously, you can directly trade euro pound, but if you're looking at a yen cross, let's say euro yen or pound yen, and you're wondering which to trade, check out euro pound first, and that'll tell you, and look at your strength there, and that'll tell you which one is the stronger of the two. Because remember, if you're wanting to go long those two pairs, then it automatically means that you think the yen's going to be weak. It's just a matter of which one of these two is going to be stronger. And pound yen is not always the better pick. Some people think, well, I love the pound yen, it's volatile, it's this, that, and the other, so I would pick a pound pair always. But no. Right now, since the euro has greater strength, you would pick euro yen over pound yen, for instance, because of its decisive strength that the euro has over the pound. So that's the chart of the day. Let the euro pound be your guide. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.